Okay, so we learned how to learn a few things. We learned about how to add numbers, right? How to subtract, minor operations. Then we moved on to learning how to use flash fill. Do you remember? When we talked about a little bit about fill. Then we now moved on to talking about splits. Do you remember how to split? So we have 2 minutes in a cell. How to split it into 2 cells. Do you remember? Do you remember? All right. Please, you can go back. We need to split. See the confidence we did not do it. We did not do it. All right. Did we do it? Okay, all right. Okay, so we actually learned a bit about splits. We actually did it twice because I did a revision last class. So after splits, we looked a little bit. We looked at sort and filter, how to create tables, how to create drop downs. Do you remember drop downs? How to create drop downs? Do you remember? Yes. Okay.
No, sir.
All right. So please refer back to the recordings if you can't remember. Because of time, I won't want to go back to it. We've lost a lot of time on revision. Yeah, so those are a few things that we learned. What else did we learn? A few seconds. Oh, we learned about average, right? Mean and max. Yeah, they also played a little bit with dates and time functions. Do you remember? Equal to today, equal to now. Do you remember? Yes. All right, then we looked at if statements. Do you remember? Yes. Okay, so let and then also how to join text and numbers. Yes. Do you remember how to join text and numbers? Yes. Do you remember how to join text alone? Yes. Only one person gets to class. All right. Okay, so okay, so yeah, so we learned all of that, and then we also learned a bit about if statement. So I think those are the major things we've taught so far, and a few other things. Yeah. So today, like I mentioned, we'll be looking at the cleansing function. So let me just check on it. So when we talk about cleaning, basically, when we talk about cleaning, what we actually mean is basically removing or formatting our information in a certain way that we can easily analyze our data. So when you hear the word cleansing or cleaning, what we're just saying, we're trying to put information in the right format such that it's easy to analyze, basically. For example, if I type a number, right, and it aligns to the left, what does that mean? Let's say I imputed a number in the cell and it aligns to the left. What does that mean? Or you open your sheet and it aligns to the left. What does that mean? Thank you. So it's formatted as a text, right? So which means you can carry out operations like addition, subtraction. Yes. So basically, ensuring that it is recognized as a text is what you define as cleaning. Yeah. So for numbers, yeah, I'm giving an example of what I mean by cleaning when I talk about cleaning. Is that fine? I'm actually waiting for the right. So by default, texts are aligned to left or right. By default, so by default, texts are aligned to the left and numbers are aligned to the right. Thank you very much. Yes. So if you have your numbers aligning to the left, which means the format is, there's something wrong with the format and you need to check it. Yeah, so that's just an example. Hoping the light comes. Things I need to show you. Let us give it a few minutes for the light. I need to be able to show my screen to understand. Or is it possible for you guys? Can you guys join Zoom? Because I think those on Zoom can see my screen. So just a few minutes, let the light come on. Okay, sorry, let's just go. We can't delay this class. So the first function we'll be looking at is the clean function. So the clean function, basically what it does, it removes what's the word? It removes non-printable values. So the clean function is used to remove non-printable values. And where you often find such errors is usually when you're converting from one data set to another, so from one format to another format. What I mean is, let's say the information is stored as a So let's say the information, maybe your data set is stored as a comma separated value, that's CSV. So how you would know that is, let's say I set a file and it ends with .csv, which means it's not stored as an Excel. It's not stored as it wasn't stored as an Excel extension. Let me put it like that. Yeah, but you can open it with Excel. Usually when you do that, sometimes it comes with a few errors. So one of these errors could be non-printable values. An example of a non-printable value is this box. So there's a box. You might not be able to see my screen. Can we see a small box in front of program or paragraph? Can we see like a small box?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So is that box supposed to be there? By default, no, right? Yeah, so can we all see it?
Yes, sir.
In front of paragraph.
No, sir.
Can you see where my cursor is? So there's a small box, there's a box just in front of paragraph. So that's basically a non-printable value. Yes, so the clean function is used to remove such non-printable values. And it just follows the same format like we've been learning. And that's equal to clean. Equal to clean. Open brackets. And then you reference the paragraph. And it takes it away totally. So that's what the clean function does. I think that's quite simple and straightforward. Do you have a system? Or it might be good to also try it. Maybe trying it. Yeah, so please give it a try. It didn't work.
It's supposed to remove
The box.
Yes. It didn't work. Yeah. Which one? And it didn't work. Where is the box? Yes, we're supposed to remove it. So we don't want it to be there.
So we're supposed to highlight this.
What she does is correct.
Okay.
Okay, it's not removing from here. That's what I'm saying.
No, to remove it here. Basically,
Okay,
yes.
Okay.
So is that fine? So you can drag down. So it applies to everything. Does anyone have any issues? That should be very straightforward now.
This one.
And you want to put it on the symbol. It's putting as the issue. I know how to remove it, but because usually it's an error. So Yeah, I'll figure out how to put it. So should we go on? All right, so the next function we'll be looking at is we'll be looking at trim. So the trim function is used to remove excess space. So don't be clean, yeah. Don't worry, this cleansing function is they're all straightforward, nothing too complicated. Yeah, so the next is trim. So the trim function basically is used to remove excess space. So excess space between words. Let's say I'm typing my name and I have Oluwase, and rather than putting one space, I put like 3 spaces by mistake. Basically, trim removes the excess space, either in between or after. Yeah. So that's what the trim function does. So can we give it, do we understand? Trim function removes excess space. Yeah, so click on the trim, go to the trim sheet. Can we see the example? Can we see there's some excess space between the words? For example, like Pariet and 20 mg. Can we see that the space there is more than 1?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so what trim does, it removes excess space, basically. So let's give it a try. So in E10, I'm going to start with my equal to, then trim. Equal to function name, remember, which is trim, before open brackets. Then you reference B10, close your bracket, and enter. Do you all get that? Drag it down. So this is for okay. So you can see. Parents. Can we move on? Can we move on? All right, so you can drag down for those online, and then you appreciate the beauty of trim. So next is value. So just like the name value, what do you think it does? Just like the name value, what do you think it does? So the function name is value, what do you think it does? Who wants to try? Are we all in this class? We are most part-time. Okay. No, we're closing. What time did we agree? We agreed 7 or 6. 10.
It's 2 o'clock though.
Not 2 o'clock. Who said 2? Hey. So basically, the value function converts from text to numbers. Someone got it online. Yeah. So basically, it converts from text to numbers or text to values. Yeah. And the syntax basically is equal to values. So can we give it a try? Yes. Or text to values. So can we see B9? What's wrong with the number, that reported quantity? From B9 to B15, what's wrong with the number? Numbers. So click on one of them. So you see like a caution box. Take your cursor there, tell me what it says. As what? An apostrophe.
Where is it from?
Yeah. What is she? What is she? So basically, you start as what? Text, right? Or preceded by an apostrophe. Yeah. So now to convert it back so that it's stored as a value, we start with equal to. So the number there. Can you see it? I don't know. Those numbers there are stored as text. Can't you see an error? There's a small green thing here. That shows that there's an error. Yeah, so I say take your cursor there, click on it and see what it shows you. Click on that box to your left. Take your cursor there. Supposed to give you one. Where's the BPS? All right, so basically, yeah, but this actually shows you that there's an error. This green, yeah, using Excel. Once you take it, it will give you to show you the error that it's stored as a text. And I also taught us in the class that by default, most times when you see they put a number and it's aligned to the left, it means it's stored as a text. Yeah, and usually if you want it to be stored as a text purposely, one thing you do is just put an apostrophe before the number. You put an apostrophe, maybe two. It's aligned to the left. Yeah, and then you can't add or you can't subtract. You can't do anything with it. So let's try and add both of them together. What happens? 0. Because it's stored as a text. But if you convert it, now let's convert it back to see, it automatically aligns to the left, to the right rather. And then see when we try to add what happens. I need to add. Yeah. Do you understand?
Understand, sir.
Sorry guys, we're having a big challenge with our. So for us to convert from text to value, we're going to use the value function, which is equal to value, open brackets, and then you reference the cell. Can you try it? So go to B21 and then impute it there. I'm going to give it a try.
Yes, sir.
What's the system? What's the okay, okay, sure. Equal to value, use the value function to convert. Where did you put it? So where did you convert? So first, that is false, right? Yeah, yes, this is formatted. This is it is automatically formatted, so anything to okay. No, usually there is so do it there. Yeah. So go to B21 and then get it. Try and convert it B21. B22, sorry. Go to cell B22. Then do the conversion there. Are you trying it? Did it work? Okay. B22. Where are you trying to do it?
We're trying to
Yeah. Hey, that B22. That cell, check. Is it B22? Is it B22 or B21? Yeah, so please let's be in B22. B22. Yeah, so that cell, B21 cell has been formatted to align every information you put to the left. Do you understand? Yeah, so that's why it's aligning to the left. Yeah. Put an apostrophe, automatically it saves as a text. Yeah. So putting an apostrophe before the number saves it as a text, stores it on its text, so you won't be able to add the numbers together. So is that fine? Can we move on? Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is one method. The second method to achieve this also, you can use the text to column. You can use text to column. Do you remember what we do with text to column? Remember when we learned text to column, what we can do with it? So text to column basically is used, we use this in splitting words basically into from one cell into two different cells. So if you have a name in one cell, we can use text to columns to split it into two different cells. Do you remember? People are killing my vibe, just so you know. People are not responding. Or you can't remember. You can't remember. All right. Well, when you start the project, you remember. So now let's so for those that can see my screen, I don't know how. So now select B9 to B15. So now I want to convert it to numbers, to values. So select B9 to B15. Select B9 to B15. Have you done that? So now go to Data tab. Under your Data tab, click on Text to Column. Data tab. Go to your Data tab, and then you click on Text to Column. Then next, and then finish. So what happened? So do we notice that it's all converted back to numbers? Yes. Can you see a total on that? What's the total? Thank you very much. Is that fine? All right. So also a few other things I would also like to show us. Under the so the next one is substitute function. Can we see the substitute function?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I won't speak much on this. I'll just give you as an assignment, basically. Huh? People are not enjoying this class now. Are you enjoying the class?
Yes.
Yes.
People are all draggy and tired and all right, so for the substitute function is used to replace specific. They're not seeing it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have to find it. So the substitute function is used to replace specific words. Sorry, letters basically in a word, in a group of words. So let's say I have Oluwaseyi. Sorry? This is replace specific words in a sentence in itself. Or letters. You want to replace a particular letter here in itself. Basically, you can use the substitute function. Is that fine? Yeah. So now let's give it a try. So for the first one, we have Prograph FMG 50, sorry, Prograph 5MG, 50 capsulas, and I don't know where they got this word from. But let's say we want to change that F to M. We can use the substitute function to change that F to M. Yes. So let's give it a try. The F in the Prograph. Yes. So I want to change the F to M. So it reads program. Can we try? So equal to, same syntax, equal to substitutes. Open brackets. So the first argument, what's it asking for? Text. So we're going to reference B9, comma. So what is our old text? The old text, the word, letter we want to change. F. So put it in double quote, F. What's the new text? M. So, yes. Then comma, yes. So double quote F, yeah, then comma. Then double quote M, close it, yeah. You open, close. Double quote F, double quote, comma, double quote M, double quote. Yes. So that's the new text. Then close bracket and press enter. The instance number, not yet. I'll explain the instance number.
I will just dig out. So
What that? This is. So what's the alternative? Round me out. So, okay. So let's imagine, let's say, no, because this is just one, you're just looking at one. Imagine you have a full, maybe you have about 10 rows. I want to change the F for all of them. How do you do it? You go, you highlight to change it. If it's not 1,000, that's down. A full day. What are you doing this money? I'll be changing F. So you can see how it's applicable, right? In what? Right? In what? Did you want? Yes. Did you want?
Open brackets.
No, so okay, I see anything. Hold on. Remember, if it's in capital letter, please maintain capital letter. It's case sensitive. Yes. So that function is case sensitive. So if it's in small letter, ensure you maintain the small letter. Yeah. Very good. That's why the instant number coming to play. Yeah, so the instant number is what you're using determining which of the F you want to replace. But if you don't put any instant number, you change all the F. that row. That's yeah. Name. There's something wrong with that. So name tells us that there's something wrong with the function name. When you use the name error, sure. Any head is better than one. All right, so are we good? We all get it?
Not yet.
Not yet. What's the issue? You got an error. What's the error? What's the error? So are we good? So now let's do the next one. We're going to ask the question, what if we have more than one F? How do we correct it? So now let's try with the second one, Parrot and CP. So now instead of CP, we want to change it to CD. Let's change the P to D. Can we do it? So we want to change the second P to D. Yeah, where we have Parrot 20 mg. So we want to change the second P to D. Now we have two P, right? The P, the first one is Parrot, the second one is CP. So let's give it a try. Equal to substitutes. What are old texts? P. Comma, what are new texts? D. What are instance number? I'm too fast.
Yes.
Equal to substitutes. Yes, the first is our text. What is our text? What's the text? The text, okay. B10, then comma. What's our old text? P. So put it in double quotes. What's the new text? T. Okay, so putting it in double quotes. Then what's the instance number? What's the instance number? What's the instance number? So what instance are we trying to correct? The first instance of the commission. Just like one instance. The first instance of the second instance. So after B10, what's the old text? Peace. So what's the new text? Where you guys? Who's lost? Let me see your hands up. We're still the first one. Okay, now. So I said we're changing the second instance of P, where we have Parrot 20 mg and 28 CP. So I want to change the second P to D. So it's equal to the function name is substitute. So that is equal to substitute, open brackets. Are you guys there? Can I go on? Equal to substitutes. SU. Let me help you out. Okay, so let's do that one. If you also substitutes, open brackets. What's the first argument there? What's it asking for? Text. What's our text? So we're referencing B10. Okay, so next is comma. Remember, a comma separates each argument. So what's it asking for? What's the old text? P. P. So P is what we're trying to change. So after P, what's next? Comma.
Double quotes.
So you put your P in double quotes, yes. Then a comma. Then what's the new text?
D.
D. Then comma. Then what's our instance number? What's the instance number? How many P's do we have there? Are we changing the first P? Are we changing the second P? So what's the instance number? Our instance number is 2. All right, so let's close our brackets. Sorry? No, that's 2. That's 2. Then close your brackets. Yeah, after the comma 2. And then close your brackets. And press enter. All right, thank you. I know there's somebody in this class thinking to themselves, what of people want to change 2P, but not the first P? So I'm thinking in that direction. If you are thinking in that direction, please, that's your assignment. All right, let's move on. So I said, the first one we looked at is if you want to change all the P, don't put an instance number, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but what if you want to change 2P and we have 3 P's? How do we do it? Because only asking for one instance. 2 comma 3. Okay, please try it. If it doesn't work in the assignment. All right, so let's move on. Someone actually asked me in the last class. I said I'll go to the research. I've not had time to the assignment. All right. Yeah. But so that's actually for the substitute. One beautiful thing you can also do with the substitute, you can also use it for anything. You can also use it to replace space. Right? So that sometimes the trim function might not work. If the trim function doesn't work, let's say you notice your trim function is not working for the selected information, you can always use the substitute in place. Yeah, so what I like to do is you can also combine both of them together. So if one doesn't work, the other will work. Because I've noticed that sometimes when you're doing, so I've also noticed that when you're dealing with numbers, yeah, sometimes there's always, I don't know, it's always acting up. By trim function, it works effectively when you're dealing with text, but when you're dealing with numbers, if I have a space before the number, sometimes it will remove it, sometimes it will remove it. Yeah, sometimes when I have space in between two numbers, yeah, sometimes it removes, sometimes it doesn't remove. Yeah, so what I usually do is I combine the trim function with the substitute function so that all the space by fire by force must go. So you can always use the substitute function to remove space, numbers, and text. That's fine. What would be the old text? What is the old text? And what would be the new text? Thank you. Try it. Be pirates. If it doesn't work, let me know. So now let's give it a try. I want to remove the excess space between after parrot and 20. Can we see some space there? Yes. So let's use the substitute function to remove that excess space. So please use the substitute function to remove the excess space between parrot and 20 mg. So those online. So now I've deleted what we did. Let's use substitute function to remove the excess space between parrot and 20 mg. Who is doing it? Let her try. Give it a try. Yeah. How many space do we have between pirate and 20 ng? Is it 3? So if it's 3, then you might want to replace 3 with 1 space. Do you understand? That is if it's, I don't know, that is if it is, but you can also count it. There's a way you can count it. All right, you've gotten it.
No, not yet.
Okay.
We count the space.
Yes, now count it.
Then put it in the type bracket.
Exactly. Eh? Sorry? Remove the excess space. So if, how many space do we have there? 3. 3, right?
Yeah.
So replacing 3 space with how many space?
1.
Thank you. So put it in the double bracket. Sorry, in your double quote rather. No, you typed no space. Okay, yeah. Awesome. Someone has gotten it here now. You're not done. But you got it now.
Yes, we did, but any correction you make, exactly.
What happens when you have this happening in more than one row? No, these are just examples. I'm going to give you a classwork now. I'm going to give you a classwork where you see when this error happens in several rows repeatedly here. That's where this function is now really beautiful.
So do you think you get?
Exactly. So you just draw it down. Yeah.
No,
Or convert to a table.
No, what I'm saying, if you convert like this one now, like this, instead of copying this one again and you just break it down.
That's what I'm thinking. For example, now you made a mistake and you're trying to correct it. Why not just correct your way? Here, and then here. Let everything just be under my friend.
And so what you now do is after you finish, you correct it, you copy and then you replace, paste as values. Yeah, you can't correct it on it. Do you understand? Yeah, so you copy and then you paste as values. Okay, no space. What are you substituting? What are we substituting? Put it in double quotes. What will be there? Double quotes, okay. 1, 2, 3. And then put your double quotes, comma, double quotes, space, double quotes. You're replacing 3 space with 1 space. And then you can now. Huh? Sorry, I just guessing. I didn't count it, but you can count and see how many spaces did you guys keep. Yeah. Did you guys get it?
Yes.
Who else got it? Did they get it?
Yes,
Did you get it?
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we all got it. For those online, I want to assume you also got it. But just in case you didn't get it, yeah.
It's substituting the right number.
Yes. What did you use? Why? You substitute. No, you substitute. That's the whole idea. You can either use stream or substitute.
And the correct.
You substitute. You substitute. So that you learn how to use both, basically. That's the whole idea. So equal to substitute, open bracket. How many space do we have? Is it 3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mine is actually 5. Comma. All right, and so we have it. Equal to substitute. Select a comma. Yeah, double quotes. So put the number of space in between. How many space do we have? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think mine is 5. I don't know how many yours is.
So close the bracket.
No, double quotes. Comma. Then double quotes. What's the new text? How many spaces do we want?
One.
So put one space. Then close your brackets. Enter. Which one do you prefer? It's so stressful, Abby. All right, so basically that's how the substitute and the trim function actually works. Yeah, any questions so far? Yeah, so can we see practice assignment at the end? Can we see the practice assignment? The last sheets, can we see the practice assignment?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, please, let's take it home and let's give it a try. So let me just ask. So for the first one, what is wrong with the first age? Okay, now let me ask first. Let's listen. So let's look at the question first. The data below contains data related to employees in an organization. Calculate the average age of all employees just before you started solving, okay. So of all employees, just before you started solving the problem, it was also brought to your attention that 2017 was mistakenly entered into the data instead of 2019. So now I want to change 2017 to 2019. How do we go about it? What function is going to allow us to change 2017 to 2019? Huh? We change one. Which one? So you change 2017. No, based on what you learned today. Thank you. So what are you substituting? Thank you very much. Sorry?
How do you know how big it is? Because I cannot come here and write.
I'll see. You'll be fine. So the truth is that these things are looking very easy and straightforward because they're actually actual, they're examples. When you start working with actual data, 2017 will not be arranged like this. You might have 2017, 2015, 2019. So you need to, if you will substitute only where you have 2017, that's where it will be replaced. All right, no problem. It's possible. It's actually possible. You say, is it possible? It's possible. Is it? Yeah, it's possible. I've answered now. It's possible. What I'm saying is, yeah. Very good question. So any other question? So now we can use the substitute to replace 7 with what? 9, right? Yeah. So the next one is, hello, one house, one house, one house. So there's something wrong with the 25. What's wrong with the 25? What can we use to replace the space? For those that like to use trim, please can you use trim? Let's try to remove the space between 2 and 5. Only for 25. This is where God will catch you. Open brackets. Okay. No. It did not go. So let's try. So you will notice that it didn't go, right? Yeah. And I actually it's what? What did you notice? But it didn't work. So you substitute. Let's see if it will work. You substitute. Let's see if it will work. Tap. Yeah. Come out first. Just one space. It's one space.
One space.
No space. No space. We don't want any space. Enter. Did it work? So did it work? It came out outside.
Are we supposed to do this?
No, do it outside.
The outside, I was not.
So reflect in the box. So that's why I said you copy and you replace.
Okay.
So when we finish, after we've corrected everything, then we'll now copy and replace. So is that fine? Are we good? All right. So you can take your time and go through and try to solve this assignment. Yeah. So if you want to change, what can you also notice? What's wrong with this? There are a few things that is wrong with this. Text format, right? How did you know? How did you know that? Basically, exactly. Yeah, and then you also notice that one house. And then also you notice that we have some excess space, right? Between 3 and 2. That's for row 14. Yeah, so please take your time, try and attempt the assignments. Try and attempt the assignments, basically.
So I want to start something.
Yeah.
We're going to be scared to use K now. No, you just
Yeah. All right, so have you opened start data analysis? Hello. Okay. What's wrong with it? Look at it now. What's wrong with it? One. Two. That's all. There's a small, exactly. Why? So in this class, wow. That's explain to you. All right. So can we open start data analysis? Let's open start data analysis. Hello, are we together? Can we open start data analysis? What's that? Value function. Are we together? Huh? Yes. Did I send it? I think I sent it now. Okay, let me resend it in case I didn't send it. So I don't send it to the group chat. Please kindly check. So I sent it to the group chat. Please kindly check, just so in case you didn't see it. So can we open the sheet? Start data analysis. Are we there? No, sir. Can we open the sheet? Start data analysis. It worked? Yeah. All right, so let's open start data analysis. Do we have it open? Do we have it open? Huh? Yes, on the group. Yeah. Yeah. Please kindly open start data analysis. The sheet. Have we opened it? Son is tired. Have you opened it? No, you guys can try it later. Yeah. Start data analysis. Yes, open the. Yeah. And then also, I'd like to mention, start data analysis. Now, don't send it to the group. I didn't send it among the first one yet. Just so that you can download it. Then also remember, when you are making your corrections, you do not do it in the same cell that you're trying to correct. You correct it outside the cell, then you copy and replace as value. You copy and paste as values. For those online, any questions so far? Do we have the documents? Have you opened it? Okay, so you guys are going to do this on your own. But don't worry, I'll explain what needs to be done. Wait. Oh no. Oh, I've corrected something already.
He sent the corrected one.
Yes.
Copy and paste.
Oh. I can't do it. I've corrected everything already. The answer there. Hello, one house. Are we together? Hello. So I actually wanted to give that as a classwork, but I don't realize the plan I said. So I don't realize the file I set is actually the correct one. I've actually cleaned the data already, unfortunately. So what will happen is I'll go and look for the raw file, so I'll share it with you. What I want you guys to do, or what I was hoping you guys will be able to do, is to clean the data. Yeah, and what some of the things you need to look out for when you're cleaning your data. Let's listen. So what are some of the things you need to look out for, even though I know I didn't touch on everything? One is duplicates rows. So to remove duplicates, basically, what you want to do is first identify what the ID is, the unique ID for each row. That's the first thing you want to identify. So for each data set, there's always a unique ID. Basically, in this case, for this data set, what is our unique ID? What do we think makes each row unique? What makes each row unique? Where is the? I'm not sharing. I'm not sharing my screen. So that's the transaction. So I'm trying to even share my screen. So basically, this is a transaction. What do you think makes each transaction unique? The order ID, right? Exactly. So if you're having duplicate transaction, how will you know? They'll have the same order ID, right? So which means two transactions cannot have the same order ID. So when you're trying to look for duplicates, one of the things you want to first look out for is what makes each row unique. In this case, for transactions, most times the order ID makes each row unique, really. Yeah, so now let's try and we won't find any duplicates here. I don't think we'll find any duplicates, but let's just try. So let's go to data, click anywhere in the, what do you call it? In the table, and then go to data. The data tab. Let's click on the data tab. Yeah, can you see remove duplicates? Under data tools. Sorry? Okay, manage duplicates, WPS. Yeah, that's Excel, it's WPS, yeah. WPS, right? So for those using WPS, you can manage your duplicate. Are we there? Okay, so when you clicked on it, what did you notice? Yeah, so what is it saying? For the remote duplicate, what is the pop-up box telling you? Are we together?
No, sir.
You still not got in there? Okay, let's highlight our duplicate. Let me finish the actual student. I'm taking Excel, not the But yeah, I'm coming. I'll still look at it. Yeah. It should be anything. It should be manage. And now, so here, see how it's appended. Yeah, for WPS, go to our next. Are we together?
Is your house an Android coach?
What?
An Android coach?
Yes. Okay, Android no, is type C. Okay, so the next, so the next thing you want to do is we're going to select our order ID.
Just the other ID.
Yeah, just the order ID. Unselect everything and select order ID. Sorry, I'm actually charging my phone, my phone in the other office. Are we done that? Then click on OK once you do that. What did it tell you? So, no duplicates. All right. Yeah, because I've actually the duplicate has been removed. So I'll look for the root file and see if I can share it. Yeah. So when you select order ID only, who wants to help me out? Yeah. So the reason why we selected order ID, like we mentioned, is because no two transactions can have the same order ID. Also, to be on the safe side, what you can also do is, if no two transactions can have the same ID, which means all the information should be the same, right? Yes. So sometimes it's also good to just allow everything to be checked, but you can always uncheck serial number. Yeah. Because if you don't uncheck the serial number, what will happen is it will also try to compare serial number, basically. Is that fine? Yeah, so you can use that in removing duplicates. Unfortunately, so this data set does not have any duplicates. So this is how you search for duplicates. Yeah. And then also there's sometimes that your dates might also come in the wrong format. So it should be showing numbers instead of actual dates. You know what to do, right? Yeah, I explained in the last class. So in that case, you just to highlight and then basically change it from general to dates. Do you remember? Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And then also something you also want to pay attention to also as well is your quantity. Are we listening? So I can't show you all of these things because it has been corrected. I'll look for the original file and share so you can also understand. Also, you want to pay attention to your quantity as well. So for example, let's say I'm selling bottled water. I'm selling bottled water. And then maybe you have a salesperson that's recording your transaction and you come into the shop. I can say record, I sold 2.5 bottled water. Is it possible? Is it possible? Yeah. So it's the same with your data set. When you're looking at quantity, you also need to pay attention based on the kind of transaction. When you start seeing decimal place, you need to convert to whole number. Is that fine? Yeah, because most times it comes as an error. Is that okay? Yeah, so those are the few things you also want to pay attention. And then also the name. Ensure that you don't have excess space either before, in between, or after. Yeah, if you are having space, you can always use what function to remove the excess space? Trim. Yeah, your trim function to remove the excess space. Is that okay? Is that fine?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, so let's move on to data modeling. Let's open the data modeling sheet. Are we doing good with time? I think we're doing good with time. Why? It's just 11:30.
I don't know.
No, I said it before. No, for that analysis part, you will still come back and do it. When I find the original sheet, come back and do the analysis. Looking at VLOOKUP and index. Can I move on?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen now. Nobody's saying anything. So quickly, we'll be looking at VLOOKUP. Can I go on?
Yes, sir.
All right, so VLOOKUP basically is used to look up a particular value if you have other information that you can compare with. Can we see that sheet? So now let's say we have the distributor's ID and want to get the country of that distributor's ID. You can use VLOOKUP to set. So VLOOKUP actually stands for vertical lookup. So what it does is it takes one value, searches through the table, and then compares it with another value. So let's say I know the distributor's ID, I want to get its country. VLOOKUP basically searches through the distributor's ID. Once it finds the distributor's ID, it gives us the corresponding country that matches that distributor's ID. Does that make any sense? Okay, so let's say we have someone's name. I want to find out, let's say I have a database that has everybody's name and country and maybe state of origin and age. What is Aisha? Aisha. So let's say I want to find out where Aisha is from, right? So I want to check my database. What I'll first do is I already know Aisha's name, but what I don't know is where it's from, right? So I'll first search one for Aisha. When I find Aisha, what will I look for? A state, right? Exactly. So that's what VLOOKUP does. It first searches through what you know and then compares and then gives you corresponding information for what you're looking for. Let's also find out other details like maybe what city is from. I can also use that to get a city. Does that make any sense? Yeah, so that's basically how the VLOOKUP works. So it's called vertical lookup. So it goes through the column, it searches, and then it returns corresponding information across the other column. Yes, but just to note, VLOOKUP only returns values to the right of the reference cell. So which means if, let's say, based on my table, I have name, surname, age, and state, right? And I know the surname, I want to get the name. VLOOKUP will not return my name because the name is to my left and then the surname is to the right. It only return values to the right. When I want to return values to the left is where I use other functions like the index match function, which we'll also learn today. I want to see if you understand. Don't worry. I will ask. So let's try so we understand. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Let's give it a try. Yeah. So now let's look at the first problem, the first question. So the first one, we have the distributor's ID, but we want to get the person's name. We want to know who has that distributor's ID. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
So we're going to use VLOOKUP to determine the name of the individual that has that distributor's ID. Can we give that a try?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just follow me step by step. We're going to use the VLOOKUP. So equal to VLOOKUP. So we're in C9. C9. Go to cell C9. Yeah. So equal to VLOOKUP. Can I go on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the next argument, what's the first argument? Lookup value. So basically, what do we have that we want to compare with our database? The ID, right?
Yes, sir.
So our lookup value is our distributor's ID, which is B9. Open brackets now. Yeah, open brackets. Yeah. Are we all there? So please follow me step by step. Have you done it?
Yes.
Equal to VLOOKUP, open bracket, B9. Are we all there?
Yes.
So what is the next thing? Comma, then table array. So our table array basically is the table that contains both the distributor's ID and the name. So we're going to go to our database. So let's go to our data sheet rather. So I'm going to select, follow me step by step, so you don't mix it up. Click on data first. Click on the data sheet only. Are we there? Are we in the data sheet now? So where do we have our distributor's ID? Which of the column? Where do we have the distributor's name?
B.
So we're going to select column A and column B. Do you remember how to select a whole column? We'll go to the very top till it changes to an arrow pointing down. So we're going to select A and B. Have you selected? A and B, A and B. Selected only A. A and B.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So select column A and column B. Sorry?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, yeah. So have you selected A and B? A and B. No, don't select anything. Don't select A and B and leave it. Just leave it. Are we good?
They're not doing, you don't want to make things.
This is A and B, A and B. You don't need to click on any other thing. A and B, chicken. Yeah. So after doing that, comma, don't click on anything again, just press comma. No, don't click, don't go anywhere, comma. Thank you very much. Just comma. What's it asking for next? What's it asking for?
Column index.
So column index number actually refers to where do you want it to return the information. So remember the first one is, so we now know where we can find Aisha's name. We want to return the state, right? So I'm going to start counting till we get to the column that has the state. I'm using Aisha's example, like using Aisha's name and state. So in this case, we're going to count all the way to where we have our distributor's name. From the first column we counted, we highlighted. Is that fine? So distributor's ID is 1, distributor's name is 2. Yeah, so we're going to count the 2. That is 2.
Right.
No, we're not putting in a quote. Let me explain. The column index basically has to do with the column that has the information we want to return. So in this case, we want to return the name, right? Yes, so we're going to start counting from where we highlighted. We highlighted distributor's ID and distributor's name. So we're going to count distributor's ID from distributor's ID to where we had the distributor's name. So that is 1, 2, which is 2. So we're going to just put 2, comma 2. Is that fine?
No.
So let me just ask a question. Let me be sure you understand. So let's say we want to return, let's say it's asking us for the revenue that was generated by that distributor's ID. What will be the column index? Who wants to try?
10.
Sorry?
10.
Is it 10? 1, 2, 3. That is 9. Okay, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, yeah, that will be 10, right?
Yes, sir.
If we want to return the unit price, what about looking for the unit price? What am I going to select? What will be the column index?
That'll be 9.
9.
9. What of the sales channel?
5.
5.
But then, if you have to highlight
Exactly, then we'll have to highlight it to that point. That's for the table array. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So let's close our brackets. Remember, don't click on anything. Just follow me step by step. Have you closed the brackets?
Yes, sir.
Now press enter. What did it tell you? Not available.
Yes.
Two, three. Okay, now let me search. Not supposed to. Let me see here. Okay, this is. I think we might have missed something. Oh, sorry. After the 2 is a comma, we didn't put the type of match. Sorry. What is starting from the beginning? Just click on the code, and so click on the formula. Yeah, just go back to the formula and click on it. So after the 2, we need to put a comma and then choose the type of match. I don't know. Huh? No, go back to C9. Go back to your C9 and edit the formula.
C9.
So after the 2, yes, put a comma, exactly, yeah. Exactly, yeah.
You click enter for that button.
Okay?
You click enter for the B9 and W.
Who put VLOOKUP again?
No, it's fine.
Okay, no. Just leave it like this. So you can see 2 options. Can we see 2 options? True or false? Yeah, please kindly select false. Yeah, the exact match. So down and then tab.
After the 2.
Select it 2, comma, then select false. Can you see an option? True or false? Can't find true or false.
No.
True or false? Yours is false or true, yeah. So please select false. Tab. That's correct. Yeah. So then close your bracket and enter. Yes, so click on tab. Yeah, is the that way we needed that way I need to select exact match.
You have to use that letter AA.
Look at something. We should be A to B. Do you understand what I mean? So A to B, not B. Are we there? What's the name there? What's the name? What's the ID? So Irewu Benton, right? Do we all get Irewu Benton? All right, let's try the second one. You've done the second one. What's the second one? All right, so let's do together. Equal to VLOOKUP, the second one. Let's try again. Equal to VLOOKUP, open brackets. What's the lookup value? What's the lookup value? B10. So we select B10, comma. What's our table of array? AB, comma. What's the column index number? 2, comma. What's our range lookup? False. Close brackets. So what do we have? What's the name? Do we all get Annika Tillman? So can we try the second one? The sales channel. Sorry. So you select the first one, and then you select the second one. Select one and the other. Okay, there it is. Comma. No, comma. Yeah, so it's okay. You get it? You got it, so. All right. So let's try getting the sales channel. If you're giving the distributor's ID, kindly get the sales channel. Can we try it? Let's give it a try. The sales channel for 23265. For that distributor's ID. Retail. What is the sales channel? Are you sure it's retail? You're sure? Very, very sure.
What is not retail?
Okay. What did you get? Retail. Okay. What did you get? Yeah. What did you guys get here? Are you following? Are you okay? Sorry. Are you trying to download it? Yes. Okay. I will join in the process. They're very loyal. All right. Can we move on? Are we done here? Okay, so those online, please, let's give it a try too. So the index is not assumed, serial. You count, we're counting from the distributor's ID because we selected 1, this column stands for 1, this column stands for 2. So because we're trying to return the value, which is name. If it was the information here we wanted to return, which is the country, we want to return the country, it becomes 3. If we want to return the product code, it becomes 4. If we want to return the sales channel, it becomes 5. So that's how you get the index. It's not assumed, basically. Yeah. So all that's noted as serial. Did it work? So are we good? Are we all fine? Do we all get it? Do we all get it? Yeah. Okay, now, so let's try quickly. Can we get the quantity? The sales channel and quantity.
So that we are looking for
What's that?
yeah, sales channel.
Yeah.
This sales channel. Since we are doing the same thing, must we come back every time we want to do the next one?
Drag down.
Drag down. Oh, sure.
Any other question? Those online, any question? So for sales channel, let's quickly do that. Equal to VLOOKUP, open brackets, lookup value, comma, table of array. I'm going to highlight all the way to sales channel, comma, the column index 5, comma, false, exact match. And we have retail. So and then we can drag down for the other ones. So we have retail, online, direct, and online. Do we all get that? Do we all get that? Retail, online, direct, and online for the sales channel. You guys get it? The sales channel, retail, online, direct, and online. Did you guys get it? Yeah. Retail, online, direct, and online. Look at it. So can we move on? Can we move on? Did it work? So now let's try sales channel and quantity. Can we give it a try? So for the sales channel, it's still the same approach. No. So for quantity, we don't have value for revenue, so. But how do we estimate the revenue? Who wants to try? So have we gotten the sales channel and the quantity? No, not together, but one by one here. Huh? Is that fine? Is that Can we move on? Can we move on? What's a stretch? Yeah, yeah, that's So I'm going to allow you guys to stretch your legs. Let me give you guys a few minutes. For those that are trying to catch up, use this time to catch up. For those trying to download the data set, please use this time to download the data set. And because after data modeling, we're moving on to pivot tables.
How many minutes?
So let me give you guys 5 minutes. Is it okay?
Yes.
Or 10 minutes?
For revenue.
Do for revenue. But revenue is blank. And so calculate your revenue and then do for revenue. So revenue is quantity times unit price. So your revenue is quantity times unit price. Huh? And you can use the product function. Yeah, and you can multiply normally, whichever one you prefer. So calculate your revenue. Okay, let's have this. Okay, I'm giving you guys a 12 minutes recess. Exactly 2:20. We're going to start the pivot table. So we have to 2:20 to complete what we're working on. Okay, so Cyril. So which part are you talking about? Which last part? Is it the quantity or the revenue? So the last one I did, let me do it again. Close channel. If you can hear me, equal to V. The lookup value is distributed ID. Table array. Comma, sales channel is going to be on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5. That becomes the column index number. Comma, type of match, exact match. False. Close your brackets and enter. Serious, is that okay?
I watch.
Okay, so we're starting around. We're starting now.
Yes.
Okay, are we ready? Let's open the pivot updated sheet. Pivot updated sheet. That was going to take too much. Okay, so yes, index match. Let's move to index match before we pivot updated table. The different approach. Not on it. That's what? Okay, I'll just need to explain the error, but don't worry. Hey, what are you doing there?
You want to join the winning team?
No more loyal. All right, so are we there now? Index match. Index match. So the index match also, hello, one house. So, quickly, let's start. Because of time, we're looking at the index match function. So the index match basically combines two different functions, the index function and also the match function. So it's basically nesting two functions in one. Yeah. So they're actually two different functions, the index function and the match function. Nesting two functions in one, the index function and the match function. Quickly, nest. So we're nesting two functions in one, the index function and the match function. So combining two functions. So that's Not sure. What was coming on? Remember I left you. So first, we're going to start with the index function. So equal to index. So the way the index function works is if it knows, it returns the corresponding value if it imputes the row number and the column number. So if you know your row number and your column number, it will return the information in that cell. Remember the intersection between a column and a row gives you what? Cell, yes. So what the index function does is if you know the row number and the column number, it will return the information in that cell, in that intersection. That's how the index function works. So we'll see how we combine the index function with the match function to be able to look up a particular value. So when you click on index match, let's click on C9. C9. Select C9. Right? Please select C9. Select C9. I didn't say you should type index here, so don't type anything. Select C9. English. Just select C9. I've gone to what did you guys do? It's got now. So are we there now? What's the active cell? All right, awesome. Can you see my screen? No. Why? Is it better now? It's better. All right. So we can see it, right? Yes, sir. All right, so we're going to start with equal to, as usual, index. Okay, so what's the first thing it's asking us for? Array. So basically, that's the table that contains both the row number and then the column number we're looking for. So we're going to select. So we're going to our data sheet. So this is we're looking for the distributor's name. So let's select A and B. A and B. No, very good question. No, that actually mean that genuinely, yeah. It's actually a very good question because for the index, in the case of the index, it's not compulsory to select both of them. Yeah, you can also select just the column that contains the name that you want, the information you need. Yeah, but if you select just the name, what will happen is what will become our column number? 1. Very correct. But we select two of them, what will be the column number? 2. So do you understand how it works? Yes, sir. Yeah, so great question. Oh, yeah, it's still recording. Yeah, it's still recording. So you understand. You have to go back and listen to it. All right, so yeah, so we can select, let's select A and B. Okay. What's our roll number? What's the roll number? Are you sure? Are you sure? Check very well. What's our roll number? Roll number. Remember what it is. Say one is B. So basically, we don't know our roll number, right? You know our roll number. That's where the match function is. Yeah. That's where the match function is. What is it? So basically, that's where the match function comes. Right. So when we have roll number, we have match function. So let's type match and open brackets. Are we good?
Yes, sir.
I'm what?
Yes, sir.
So please follow me step by step. Very good. Ahmad, Aisha, Ahmad. So what's the first argument? What's the argument for?
Look up value.
So what would our lookup value be? What do we think our lookup value is? Distributors. Distributors what? No, I think for the distributors today. What will be the lookup values?
Just ID.
Thank you very much. Distributors ID. So we're going back now to our index match. I will select P9, which is distributors ID. And select the distributor ID. Yes. Then comma. Sorry, what's the lookup array? So the lookup array basically, so lookup array is going to be lookup array. When you hear array, we're referring to like table, range, sorry, group of array from data table. Yeah, so our lookup array basically is that distributor ID, which is A. A.
So just A.
Yeah, just A. Comma, match type. What are match type in? Exact match. They will close our brackets.
I think that's one.
Exact match.
Let's get in there.
Yeah, look array. Where should you search for your distributor ID? You just call it. So you go back to your data table and then select A. Just shake it. Can you select it now? It appears it's me. Then after that, exact match for our not sure, match type. Match type.
Yes,
So the match type is 0. Yeah. The system will. So close your brackets. After you close your brackets, now we are done with what? Row number. So ask a question. Ask a question. Should I go on? Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll do it again. What's the question? Somebody is asking me what does the match function system? All right, so comma. So the next is column number. What are column number? Not this one. Two. What's the column number? So thank you very much. And then no, close your brackets. After zero, close your brackets, then comma. Column number.
Just two.
1, 2. Then close your brackets.
Another bracket.
Yeah. And I press the enter. Do you have it? You should come out tomorrow. Video call. What's your time?
switch. You have to switch it.
Yeah, turn on the audio.
You know, somebody else is
Then, yeah. Well, since we set up that. All right, so those online, sorry about that. So let me start again for the index match. Sorry that the audio has not been on. All right, so are we ready? Equal to index Can I go on? So now I'm going to, so what's our array? So this time we're selecting distributor's name. So which row can I find? Which row will I find Larry Sweet? What's the row number of Larry Sweet? Sorry? Larry Sweet is what? 8, right? So now let's see what happened when I put 8. What's the column number? 1. Thank you very much. Close bracket. I'm trying to explain the concept of index. So what do we have there? Lanny Sweet. Do we notice Lanny Sweet falls where? In row 8. The same column that we highlighted. So that is just column 1, row 8. So do you understand how index works? And then it just return the value in that intersection. So now let's see how we can combine index and the match functions together. So now I'm going back equal to index, and I'm selecting distributor's name, comma. What's our row number? Do we know it? Do we know our row number? So we also have the match function. Open brackets. What's our lookup value? What's the lookup value? So we're going back to our index match, and we're selecting B10. Any question? Any question? Any questions so far? Sorry?
The index.
Can I move on? All right. So I'm going to put my command. What's next? What's that asking for? So what I look up array wants to help me out? A to A. So I'm selecting A to A. Distributor's ID. When you hear array, the first thing that should come to your mind is your table. Anytime you see the word array, your mind should always go back to your table. So I've selected distributor's ID. Can I go on?
Yes.
So the next is comma. What's the asking for? Type of match. So go to put exact match. Then close bracket. Exact match, then close bracket. Any question? Huh?
What's the name? Anikatuma here.
So, comma, what's the column number? What's the column number? What's our column number? 1 or 2? Yes, ma'am. What's the column number? 1 or 2? Column number 1 or 2? So that's 1. We close our bracket and press enter. What's the name? We all get it. We all get the council man. What's the issue? Yeah, because we selected only one column at the beginning. Are we good? Any question based on what we've learned so far? Please ask. Huh? Where do you guys stop?
Match type.
Match type. So what's the match type? Exact match. No, that is Excel. It's not Excel. I actually don't want to come back. All right, so can we move on? All right, so let's move on to pivot table. So let's move on to pivot table. Actually, you're still here. Why? What happened? You guys are tired. Well, we just came back from our break now. I want to go on another one.
I left my mind. Mike, get it on. No, it's me. No, Mike, get it on. I'm hearing it.
How was it? You don't have the same. Do you get it? You get it. Index. What's the array? I'm looking for what's the command? Roll number match. Open brackets. Look up value. You look up array. So go back to the What's the next one? Yeah, 0. Close your brackets. Following number. What do you call it? No? What's type 1? No, 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 no. Number. Close your brackets. What is it? How did you get it? And double click and check it very well. All right, are we good? Have we opened our pivot updated? Are we together? Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
I think at this time I need to sit down. Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now we'll be looking at, quickly, we'll be looking at pivot tables. What happened? Are you guys lost? Do you want to join them? Do you want to join them? So you can help them. They're always lost. It's confusing. Okay. What about array? Array, when you want array, it's actually a table. Right? So let's go to the table. Yeah. What's the next argument? What's the argument? Let's go to our index match. Select the item. ID.
The what? The index of
Comma.
yes. That's cool.
What's this? What's that?
explain much.
No, just take your time to go through it to understand. So can we move on? What are we eating? Who's sharing biscuits? So are we good? Can we move on? Yeah, I did. Do you want me to explain it again? All right, so let me explain. So I'm going to use this so I don't have to move away from this pivot table. So the match function returns the row number, a particular lookup value appears there. So let's say I want to find out which row, which can I use? What can I use here? Okay, let's use, so let me use the sheep model. So I want to find out which row does standard class, the first standard class, which row does it appear? This is row what? Which row is this? Row 5, right? So let's say I don't know. Or better still, maybe let's use this. Okay, let's use standard class. Let me just copy standard class. So I want to determine what row it appears. So I can use the match function to determine the row number. So the first is lookup value. What's our lookup value? What's the lookup value? What would be my lookup value? So what would be my lookup value? So I'm explaining the concept of match. Now I'm saying, let's say I want to determine which row standard class appears in. I want to get a row number for standard class. Right? Let's say I don't know the row number. I want to just determine the row number for standard class. Right? Okay, let's even use the customer. Let's use the customer's name. So Harold Powerland. I want to determine the row number for Harold Powerland. I can use, hello, the noise behind is becoming too much. So I can use match function to determine the row number Harold Powerland appears in. So this is how it works. Equal to match, open bracket. What's the lookup value? Harold Powerland. That's what I'm looking for. What's the lookup array? Where will I find Harold Powerland? Thank you very much. Customer name, comma. What kind of match? Exact match. And close my bracket. What's the, okay, not available. There was an error. So what's the, so it's telling me what? 16. Is it row 16?
Yes, sir.
Where do we have our panel? Is it row 16?
Yes, sir.
So that's what match function does.
So what does happen?
No, there was an error in the way I pasted the name. So there was an hyphen here. Sorry, I said hyphen. It was, what do you call that? Single, you know now, you know it. Single quote. All right, so that's what you're showing not available. So do you understand? Do you now understand how match works? Match function? No. So what the match function does is just returns your roll number. Just tells you which row a particular information appears in. Guys, oh, you couldn't see. Where did I keep that thing? So do you want me to zoom and do it again?
Yes, sir.
When I was supposed to end this class? Was it 4 we agreed or 3? All right, 4. All right. 4 o'clock. Huh? Sir? 4 you said? Not 4. So 3:30. Are we still closing 3:30? So it shows you the first one. It looks up and gives you return the first position. Yeah. Don't worry. Maybe after, because of time, after the class, I'll not show you again. All right. So now let's look at pivot table. Are we together? Are we together?
Yes.
So this is really important. So let's pay attention. So we're looking at pivot table. So what's pivot table? Let me stand. So what's pivot table basically? What pivot table does is it helps you to summarize your data set. Basically. So pivot table helps you to summarize your data sets. Yeah, that's the simplest way. Then, yeah, so what it does is it combines information or data that are actually similar together. For example, if you notice, like we have arrows parallel, basically instead of having this duplicate, it summarizes it and tells you, oh, we have 2 arrow parallel, that sort of thing. And then when we have the list, it groups them together. So it groups related items together. Is that fine? Yes. So that's what the pivot table does. Yeah, so I'm going to show you how that works and what it helps us to achieve quickly. So now look at this question. So right, it asks what were the total sales under each category of items. So now if we want to determine the total sales under each category, basically we can use the pivot table to estimate this or to get this information. So first, one thing I always advise is pay attention to the keywords. So in this question, it's asking us for total sales and it's asking us for what? What else again?
Each category.
Each category. So we're going to be paying attention to the categories of items and the total sales. So where do we have our category? Do we have categories? Do we have sales? So we're going to be focused on these two, category and sales. So the first thing to do is when creating your pivot table, so let's select A1. It's not always compulsory, you can select any part of the table. But the reason why I like to select A1 is so that basically it's when it's framing when it's selecting all the cells, it selects from that row. Yeah, because there are situations where you might have an empty row on top. If you have an empty row on top, it will give you an error if you don't select the first one. So most times I would just advise that you select the first grade. Yeah, just select A1, the first data set you have in your the first data you have in your data set. So we selected row ID. The next thing is go to insert and select pivot table. Go to insert and select pivot table. So go to insert and select pivot table. So now look at the table. It's going to ask you, choose where you want the pivot report to be placed. Are we listening?
Yes, sir.
So select existing worksheets. And then I'm going to click on just under the question. So I'm selecting W6. See what I selected. So you click on existing worksheet and then just come and select
On an empty cell.
on an empty cell, yes. Select an empty cell. See where I selected. Yeah, so you cannot scroll. Use the scroll button, scroll to scroll. Use the scroll to scroll. All right. So let's use the scroll to scroll. Then select W6. Any of the empties. W6, like any of the empty cell. Cell W6. W8, that's fine. W8 is okay. Anyone is fine. All right, W8 is fine. W7, that's fine too. Should I move on?
Yes.
So once you do that, click on OK. Cannot open. Did you open it directly from your email? Sorry, from your WhatsApp, or you downloaded it first? So please, if you did that, download it. Huh? Yeah, yours is correct. So please download it before opening it. If I'm point to. I actually don't want to change. They're still okay. So please download it first before you try to open with Pivot Table. Try to open with Pivot Table. Wait, is it the same thing? Okay, the VPS, is it the same thing? All right. Are we good? It's still not good. Okay. So let's wait for WPS exactly. Let's wait for WPS. Pivot updated. Give me help. So can we move on?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now I said we're going to be paying attention to a few things. What's the first thing? Total sales, right?
Yes.
So we need total sales. So we look for in our pivot table fields, look for sales and select your sales. And then select category. So if you can't see this, you use the field list to look for field list. Select it, make sure it's checked, it's green. Field list. Have you selected it to come up? Yeah. Category and sales. So you can either select or you drag your categories to rows and you drag your sales to values. Or you select it. Tolu is not here. Where did you go to? Drag categories to rows, sales to values. That's for those using the older versions. Sales to values, yes. To rows. Yeah? You got it. So who didn't get it? So please select category and sales. Or you drag your category to row and your sales to values. Are we done that? So now do we have the total sales under each category? Yes. They did. Are we okay? So what's the total sales for furniture? I'm not hearing anything though. All right. So what's the grand total? 2.97 million. Are you sure? Look at it though. 2 million. All right. All right, no problem. So let's go to sheet 2. Let's try the next question. So now, the next question is, which subcategory of item sold the maximum under each category? What are the things we're paying attention to? Who wants to help me out? Subcategory. Sheet 2, please. So what are we looking at for? The first one is what? Subcategories. What else? Categories. Item sold. What is item sold? Correct. Item. What is item sold? Is it sales? Yes. What is it? Sold. Item sold. Item sold is what? Quantity. Is it sales? It's quantity. Is it quantity? Yes, sir. Do you agree it's quantity? Yes, sir. So what are we dealing with now? Subcategories. What else? Quantity and category. But now we're looking for the maximum quantity sold under each subcategories and category. Because you need to understand the question to be able to answer it, so you know exactly what you're doing. Do we understand what we are doing now? No. Which part? So what are they asking? What did they tell us to do? What's the question? What are we looking for? So what are we looking for? Sorry? With the items, so the time we should look for which subcategory of items sold the maximum under each category, right? So we're looking for quantity. The quantity of the item that sold the maximum. So now let's do it together. So let's go to our pivot table. Sorry, let me take it one step. Pivot table first. Existing worksheets. Then we select Are we here? So now we're going to select subcategories. Oh, sorry. Please, sorry. Let's pay attention. We're going to select the categories first before the subcategories. I'm going to explain why. So if we select the subcategory first, what will happen is, so now let's see what happens when we select subcategory. So we can see how it breaks it down. We have furniture, and then we have the subcategories under furniture. If you select subcategories first, what will happen is you have bookcases, furnitures, chairs, furnitures, furnishings, tables, furnitures, which doesn't make it orderly. So you're going to select your categories first, then select your subcategories. Is that fine? So now remember, we're looking for the item under the subcategory that sold what? Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Yeah, two rows. What are my other rows? What category should come first before subcategories? So now,
Are we selecting quantity?
yes, we're selecting quantity now. So now, which one sold the highest? Looking at this.
Quantity to value.
So we're dragging quantity to value. So have we done this? Are we okay? Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's take it step by step. So now remember we're looking for what? The maximum, right? So which means we only need one subcategory under each category, right? Yeah. So first I'm going to sort out. I'm going to sort it based on from highest to lowest. Is that okay? So it's very clear which one comes first, and then. So now let's right click, and then we'll go to sort. Then more sort options. This is what I did. Right click. I remember I selected on the subcategories first, though. Can I go on?
Yes, sir.
Sort. More sort options. Yeah. Then from descending to ascending, and then we're going to select sum of quantity. Or smallest, largest to smallest.
So what are we fixing on?
Largest to smallest.
Okay, no.
Then okay. So what subcategory has the highest? So the highest. Furnishings under furnitures. The under office supplies. Under technology. Yes. So now we're not yet done. So now we're going to filter. We're going to filter. So you right click again. Remember, we need only the maximum. We said only the maximum. That's all we want to see. So we're going to filter. And so we're going to filter top 10. Okay. Did you see top 10? If I still there. And so go to, have you clicked on descending? Yes. Then select, change it to sum of quantities. Then okay. Filter the top 10. Is what? That's the shortcut. But you don't worry, when we finish our one, you see how it also appear like that at the end of the day. Yeah, so there are actually two ways you can do it. I'm sure that top 10 will be somewhere, just that I can't find it now. Are we good? Can we go on? So now, what are we looking for? Top ones. So top one. Do you understand what I did? You don't know where I went? Huh? Sum of quantity. By sum of quantity. So it's top one. Okay, watch. Let's go back again. I'm counting. Let's watch. So under the furnishings, or just click on anyone, right click, then filter, top 10. And then change it to 1. I went to insert slicer. Then okay. So can you see how it appears? The top 10, still the same thing. Under options. Isn't it? Huh? Please, how should that teacher? WPS, those are fighting for the I cannot go and repeat. Subcategory. Please, can you go and shoot them? Don't worry, someone is coming from here. WPS. All right, so are we good? Do you understand this? Yeah, so the highest for the different subcategories under the categories. Madam, do you understand the English now? The maximum, so basically we can have the maximum was the maximum sold for each subcategories under the categories. English, I mean. So should we try again? Yes. One more, Abi, and then we're done. All right, so now let's try this. Which were the top 3 states from each region that made the highest average profit? Can we try this? Hello? Can we try this? Okay, let me give you guys a few some time to complete the previous one. So can we move on? Did it work? So can we move on? All right, so which were the top 3 states from each region that made the highest average profit? You want to give it a try? Or should we do it together? Okay. So insert pivot table, existing worksheet. So this is the last one we'll try, and then we'll touch on the last thing for today. This is what we'll be doing. Yeah. So I just click on pivot table. Sorry? This is the only thing you want us to do. Huh? Yeah, it does. So are we good? So what are the things we're focusing on? State, Okay, so which are we picking first between region and state? Region. See, we just why are you fighting with? So we're selecting what? Region first. Are we dragging it to our values or to our rows? All right, awesome. So we select region first. Then which one are we selecting next? State. All right. So do we have that? Yes. So now, which were the top 3 states from each region? So I'm looking for top 3 states, right? Yes, sir. That had the highest average profit. So what next are we selecting? Profit. So we're taking profit to rows, values, or columns? Values. Thank you very much. Values. But let's notice something. Right here, we have sum of profits. Is this sum of profits we're looking for? Average profits. So we want to get the average profit. Now we're going to right click and summarize values by average. So can we do that? Yes. Huh? Don't. Calm down. So it's also they're not clear. Select your profits. Then when you have sum of profits, go there and right click. Then summarize your values. Sum of profits. You summarize values by average. All right. So we go. So now can we sort it? Let's sort it out. From is it highest or lowest we're looking at? From highest. From here, you should know what to do now, Abi. Yeah, so first we sort out. So we're sorting the sum. Okay. Oh, I didn't even change. Sorry? Is it ascending? Descending. Yes. But you guys, at this point, you guys might have a little bit of issue because you won't be able to do top 3. You have to be selecting the top. How to select? She did it. Once you sort it out, you've seen the top 3. I'm sure there should be a way. I'm coming out. We'll figure out a way. I'm coming. So top instead of top 10, so I'm selecting what? So do we have our top 3? No, your own case is different. So top 3, yeah. But let me see. Maybe I should try the next one, sheet 4. Let me see if this. So yeah, it actually talks like the three. So don't worry, that slice is still added knowledge. So are we good? What happened? What's that? How did it look? So what happens is this slice happens. So if you select one, so that's what we show. There's another slice of it. We can connect. But we are think we're finished already with that slice. No, not anyway. That's one. So are we good? So should we try sheet 4? Yes, sir. So let's try sheet 4. So what's the question?
What's the percentage contribution of each subcategory of products under each category to the total sales?
Okay, so we're looking at this contribution of each subcategory of products under each category to the total sales. So how do we go about this? So which one are we picking first? Sorry. Wait, let me select. Okay. All right. So yeah, what am I picking? Tell me. Category. Yeah. Subcategory. Yeah. Sales. Yeah. What is the percentage contribution of each subcategory of products under each category to the total sales? Thank you very much. So can we find percentage? Show values as percentage of grand total. So can we do that? Sorry? I don't get. What's your question? We selected subcategory, and then we selected category. Yeah, what else again? Total sales. So it's sales that are asking for. Items sold is quantity. Total sales is sales. Are you good? Do you understand? So now, what we have here is the sales, but what we need is the percentage contribution, which is percentage of total of grand total. I don't show this now. Right click, show values as percentage of grand total. It's not there. Show values as right click. It will be there. Everything percentage of total of grand total. Okay. So now, what's the percentage contribution of each subcategory? Do we have it? Under each category, do we have it?
Yes, sir.
Do we have it?
Yes, sir.
Any question?
No, sir.
What's that? What's the issue? On the right part. So you need to select an empty sheet. Select an empty sheet. Can I move on?
Yes, sir.
So for sheet 5, 6, and 7, let's try it where we get from. Is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Please try it. Who does not understand? Let's try.
Okay.
They didn't ask for it. They do the same thing now. So right click, then go to filter, auto filter. Either filter or auto filter, one of them. I can't remember what is showing your sheet. Have you seen it? So are we good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there's actually one I think I need to touch on. So we can try sheet 5, but for sheet this sheet 6 or sheet 7. Okay, yeah, sheet 6. Can we go to sheet 6? No, 5 you can do it, you can figure it out on your own. Yeah, sheet 6. I want to explain something. So please delete that the chart there. Yeah, that slicer and then the chart. So let's go to sheet 6 and delete the chart and slicer. Okay, show as. Show value as. Let me see. Since we're not there. This is. Yeah. Was it full setting? Yeah. No, was it full setting? Go back. Was it full setting? Right click. Let me see. Value field setting. Then show value as. Yeah. Then change normal. Normal. Down. Percentage of total. The last one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So can we move on? Are we there? All right. So what's the question there? It says find the sales made in each quarter of 2016 for all regions. Use other year as a slicer and also create a pivot chart. Sorry? Is there a graph? Yeah, we'll do a graph. We'll create a graph. We'll create a chart. Not a graph. In the morning. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not just in the morning. So what are we selecting? Guys, help me out. So we're selecting what? Sales, Sales, region. Where's my region? I can't find region. Sales, Why am I the only one doing it? Region, what else am I selecting? What else? I've selected sales, you said I should select region, what else? Say in each quarter of 2016. Do we have quarter? Do we have quarter? No. But, huh?
Okay, we divide
We divide.
To get the quota.
Is this subcategory? So basically, we don't have the quarter, but we have the other date, right? We have the other date, right? So from the other date, do you think we can get the quarter?
Yes.
Apart from the quarter, what else again? They said of 2016. So now, how do we get the year and the quarter? So now, let me explain how that works. So first, you're going to select other date. Select other date. Sorry? Select sales under values, then region under rows. Sorry? I'm coming. Take sales under values, region under rows, and then you put your other dates. So rows comes first, sorry, region comes first, and then other dates comes under region. Region comes first, other dates come second. Can I go on? Can I go on? Someone said no. Can I go on? All right. So now, WPS alpha. All right, we can go on. So next, select one of the dates, one of the other dates. Have you selected?
Yes, sir.
Under analyze, look for group. No, your tab. You're not right clicking. Look at your tab. Have you seen analyze?
Yes.
Under analyze, have you seen group selection?
Yes.
So now we're going to group. Have you seen analyze? Yours should be option. Then look for group. Yeah, the group. Yes. Have you seen group selection? Option WPS. Yeah? Have you seen analyze? What's your own saying? Option two. Option. Then group selection. Did you click on the date? But lecturers are trying. Can I go on? All right. So can you see quarters? Can you see years? So now we're going to select month, quarter, and year. No, let's select. I'm not dragging. So do we need the months? Do we need months?
No.
So we just need quarter and year, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so please, quarter and year. Sorry? Yeah, okay.
So do you have any business with starting and ending?
What's that? No, okay now. No, automatically to pick the first, yeah, to rearrange it and pick the first one, yeah. So now, All right, so do we have the quarters now? Do we have the quarter? Okay, so let's go back and select the month. Select the month if you don't have the quarter. So do we have the quarter? Do we have the quarter? Quarter one, quarter two for each of them. All right. So now the next thing is we're going to filter. Remember, select. If you can't see your quarter, select the month. If you can see your quarter, then don't select the month. So can I go on? So next, remember, it's only for 2016. So I'm going to filter only for 2016. So we're going back to our filter, but this time we're going to filter by date. So filter, date filters. Can you see date filters? Yes. WPS alpha. Where is my date filter? It's not there. I'm coming. Where is my date filter? Okay. So now we're going to between. So it's where is between? Okay, it's between. So we want 1st of January 2016 and 31st of December 2016. Can we do that? 1st of January 2016. Show item between 1st of January 2016 and 31st of December 2016. Can we do that? Remember, the first one is between. It's between 1st of January 2016 and 31st of December 2016. Yeah. 31st of December. Oh, then. So now, do we have only for 2016? So do we have the sales? And 31st of December, but it should be 12. Remember, the month comes first. So 12//31//2016.
This one.
31st. Okay, super. So do we have it now? So do we have it? So what comes first in your own? Followed by? Let me see. Okay, so now even we can rearrange it. Let 2016 come first, then we have the regions.
Okay, so
Bros, you don't tire. So we can also take years, let years come first. So we have 2016 and then we have the regions. Isn't it nicer like this? It's not different. It's still correct. Yeah. Huh? Yeah, it's correct. So let's let the years come. So let's have years first before region, then the other dates. Do we understand? Let years come first, followed by your region, then the other dates. Can we do that? Are you guys tired? Huh? Date filter. And so between, when you click on date filter, can you see equal to? Do you right click on the date? Click on one of the dates and right click. Sorry? So check equal to is between. What's that? What's number? So now, do we have the different quarters?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Do we have for 2016?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So are we good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So quickly, let me just show you. Time is up. All right, no problem.
But you can quickly show us.
So let's see how to quickly create a chart. So just select everything and then click on your chart under insert. Yeah. You can. So let's use line charts. Line charts. And then click on OK. Line chart, line. End of the line chart. Yeah. We're creating a chart. So are you done with the pivot table? So select your pivot table. Then insert, you go to insert. You select your table, go to insert. Then select line chart. Line. Yes. That's the PPS. Yeah. We close your chart. And so select the table. Highlight the table. Sorry? I don't get it. Which of the lines? 2D. Any of the 2D. Yeah, that's fine. So you can see that basically it shows you the trend. So at what month did we have our highest sales? Looking at the chart, what quarter did we have the highest sale?
The fourth quarter.
In which region?
In the east.
For 2016, right?
Yes.
So is that fine? Explore. So you want to you want each region.
Change chat.
It's not fine here.
And also take a region to columns and see how it's take your region to column.
To values.
To values. No, not values. Where do we take it to?
To columns.
No, legends. No, legends.
Legends.
What is legend?
Take your region to columns. No, we have rows and columns, right?
Yes, sir.
So take your regions to columns. For those using that are not using Excel, take it to legend. Yes, I'm done. Any other question? Any other question? All right, any question? No, do you understand? Yes, can we go? Yes. And I hope we learned something today. I don't hope you remember what you said. So please, the project will be shared or the assignment will be shared. If you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and I'll try my best to. Yeah, it's personal.
We don't have system.
You don't have system.
I don't have.
Who does not have system?
I know.
It's assessment. I know.
Assessment. Please, you need to find a way to get the system to do it. But you can also meet Mr. Solomon. I'm sure he has a response for you. Have a solution for you. Yes, no, assessment. Final assessment.
Yeah. Are we coming your way?
So you can use me to revise everything. If you have questions, reach out to me. So those online, any question? All right, thank you everyone, and let's have a wonderful evening. So check, very important. All right, please don't forget to follow me on LinkedIn. And yeah, please follow us on our YouTube channel. That's great. So basically, it's for connection and basically being able to position yourself to market. Links like LINKEDIN. I with your phone. Check it out now. But you should be on Netflix.